Krishna devotees. Welcome to the day 2 of glorification of Lord Nityananda. As you all know, tomorrow is Sri Nityananda Trayodashi. So we have day 2 of the celebration. His Grace Arjun Sakha Prabhu will be speaking. But before we start the class, we have Her Grace Sarveshwari Mataji will be doing the kirtan for a few minutes. Hare Krishna Mataji, Hare Krishna devotees. Namo Vishnu Pataya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine. Namo Vishnu Pataya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Prajarine Nirvijeja Sunyavadi Pachatya Tejadarine. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Prasharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pachatya Teshadarine. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vachari Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasati Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada.
Jaya Guru Deva, Jaya Guru Deva, Jaya Guru Deva, Jaya Guru Deva. Jaya Guru Deva, Jaya Guru Deva. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Jaya Gaura Hari Bol. Gaur Premanand.
Thank you very much, Sarveshwari Mataji. That was a very beautiful kirtan. Thank you, Radha Damodar Prabhu, for the mridangam. Once again, Hare Krishna devotees, welcome to the day 2 of Sri Nityananda Trayodashi. Sri Nityananda, the embodiment of unconditional love and devotion. So we have this 3-part seminar, and today is the second day of it. His Grace Arjun Sakha Prabhu is here, and he will be giving a class on it. Yesterday, we listened to pastimes of Sri Nityananda Prabhu, and you cannot listen, Prabhu said, you cannot just have Nityananda Prabhu's pastimes without hearing about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and if you have both of them, you should have all the associates also. So Prabhu left us hanging on the cliff with so many beautiful pastimes that we want to continue listening. And we also had a very ecstatic kirtan yesterday, and we're going to start with the kirtan now. Hare Krishna Prabhu. With that, let's welcome Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you very much for your presence, Arjun Sakha Prabhu. Yeah.
Hare Krishna. Can we have Vaishnava song?
Yeah.
Daya karo more nitai, daya karo. Srila Gaur Govinda Maharaj favorite. Agati ragati nitai sadhu loke bole. Gaur Govinda Maharaj chanted this literally 1 week before his departure. If you see, there is a video on YouTube. 1 week before his departure, he chanted and literally is crying like anything. And then after that, he goes to Mayapur and leaves his body. February 96. 30 years ago almost. No, not this. This is different. It starts with Daya koro more nitai, Daya kore.
Tech problem.
Huh? 3. Okay, baby. Can we scroll to the translation? Sorry, I am making you. Hare Krishna. So this is, the song name is Daya Koro More Nitai. This is of course a Bengali song written by Kanu Ramadas Thakur. As mentioned earlier, this was very dear to Srila Gaur Govinda Maharaj. We'll read the translation so we know what the song is about and what aspect of Nityananda Prabhu is being described and glorified here. Can we have it like yesterday? Can devotees volunteer to Prabhuji's Mataji's like this?
I'll start, Prabhu.
Yes.
O my Nitai, please shower your mercy on me. All saintly persons say, you are so merciful, you give the right destination to the fallen souls.
Lord Nityananda has a flag. The flag gives prema bhakti, pure love and devotional service. He never discriminates whether one is uttama or adhama, most elevated or most degraded. He gives the gift of pure love and devotional service to one and all.
Doesn't discriminate whether one is uttam or adham. That statement is our only hope. Yes, someone from the Prabhujis? Swarup Siddhi Prabhu.
Riksha. Sri Nityananda Prabhu gives divine love to one and all and makes the whole world happy. You are such a merciful master. Why am I so unhappy?
Why am I so unhappy? Yes, last one. Yeah, maybe someone from the Prabhujis to each. So. Madhav.
Kanu Ramadasa says, what more shall I say? O Lord Nityananda, you are the Lord of succession of disciples. So this is a matter of great hope for me, as you are such a merciful Lord.
Shri Nityananda Prabhu ki. Shri Nityananda Ramakhi Shachinandan Gauranga Mahaprabhu ki Nitai Gaura Premanande
Hari Hari Bol.
Daya karo more Nitai Daya karo more. Everyone. Daya karo
More Nitai.
Daya karo Daya karo more Nitai Daya karo more. Everyone. Daya karo more Nitai
Daya karo.
O Gatira Gati Nitai Sadhu Loke Bole
Sadhu loke
O Gatira Gati Nitai Sadhu Loke Bole O Gati
Gati Nitai Sadhu loke
Daya karo more Nitai Daya karo more দয়া করো
আমারে নিতা দয়া করো আমারে।
ও গতেরা গতি নিতাই সাধু লোকে বলে। ও গতেরা গতি
যাবে লোকে বলে
অগতেরা গতি নিতাই সাধু লোকে বলে।
অগতি গতি
সাধু লোকে
বলে
জয় প্রেম ভক্তি দাতা পাঠক তোমার। জয়
প্রেম ভক্তি দাতা পাঠক তোমার।
জয় প্রেম ভক্তি দাতা পতাকা তোমার।
জয় প্রেম ভক্তি দাতা পাঠক তোমার।
উত্তম অধমা কিছু না কইল বেচার।
লাগাইল বিচার।
উত্তম ধামা কিছু না কইল বেচার।
লাগাইল বিচার।
উত্তম ধামা কিছু না কইল বেচার।
লাগাইল বিচার।
প্রেম বানে জগ জনের মন কইলা সুখে।
প্রেম ধন জগনে রহে মানা কই
প্রেম বানে জগ জনের মন কইলা সুখে।
প্রেম ধন জগনে মানা কইলা সুখী।
তুমি হে না দয়া ঠাকুর আমি কেনা দুঃখে।
তুমি আমি কেনে দুঃখী।
তুমি কেনা দয়ার ঠাকুর আমি কেনা দুঃখে।
তুমি আমি কেনা দুঃখী।
কোন রাম দাস বলে কি বলিব আমি।
পানোরমা দাস বলে কি বলিব
কানু রাম দাস বলে
কি বলিব আমি
মনোরমা দাসা বলে কি বলিব আমি
এ বড় ভরসা মোরে কোলে ঠাকুর তুমি
কি বড় ভরসা
কোলে ঠাকুর
আমি
এ বড় ভরসা তুমি কোলে ঠাকুর তুমি
কি বড় ভরসা ফুলের ডামমি
এ বড় ভরসা তুমি কোলে ঠাকুর তুমি
কি বড় ভরসা ফুলের ডামমি
দয়া করো মোরে নিতাই দয়া করো মোরে
দয়া করো মোরে নিতা
দয়া করো মোরে নিতাই দয়া করো মোরে দয়া করো
মোরে নিতা
অগতের আগাতে নেতা সাধু লোকে বলে
ভগবতী সাধু লোক বলে
অগতের আগাতে পিতায় লোকে বলে
ভগবতী গতি নিতা সাধু লোকে বলে
দয়া করো মোরে নিতাই দয়া করো মোরে
দয়া করো মোরে নিতা
দয়া করো মোরে নিতাই দয়া করো মোরে
দয়া করো মোরে নিতা
অগতের আগতে নিতাই সাধু লোকে বলে
সাধু লোকে বলে
অগতের আগতে নিতাই সাধু লোকে বলে অগতে
গতি নিতা সাধু লোকে বলে
হরে কৃষ্ণ হরে কৃষ্ণ 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 হরে 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 রাম 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 হরে হরে
হরে কৃষ্ণ 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 হরে রাম Hare Rama, Rama Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna Hare Ram Ram Hare.
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna Hare Ram Ram Hare.
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna Hare Ram Ram Hare.
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare.
Krishna
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Ram Ram Hare.
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Ram Hare Hare.
Nityananda Ram Jai Nityananda Ram. 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 Nityananda Ram Jai Nityananda Ram.
Nityananda
Jai Nityananda Ram, Nityananda Ram, Nityananda Ram, Jaya Nityananda Ram.
Nityananda Ram Nityananda
Jaya Nityananda Ram, Jaya Nityananda Ram, Nityananda Ram, Jaya Nityananda Ram.
Nityananda Ram Jaya
Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada.
Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Prabhupada
Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada.
Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Prabhupada
Jaya Jaya Gurudev, Gurudev, Jaya Jaya Gurudev.
Gurudev Gurudev Jaya Jaya Guru
Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev.
गुरुदेव जय जय गुरुदेव
निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल
हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल
निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल
हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल
प्रेम से बोलिए जय जय श्री राधे जय जय श्री राधे जय जय श्री राधे श्रील प्रभुपाद की श्रील गुरुदेव की श्री नित्यानंद राम की शचिनंदन गौरांग महाप्रभु की श्री पंचतत्व की ब्रजभूमि वृंदावन धाम की नवद्वीप मायापुर धाम की निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल
Thank you, Prabhu. That was an ecstatic kirtan. Totally amazing, the bhajan and the kirtan. Thank you so much. Once again, Hare Krishna devotees, thank you all coming for the day 2 of Sri Nityananda Embodiment of Love and Devotion. Now, Prabhu will start the class. Thank you very much, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you all for very kindly coming for our ongoing discussions about Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Sri Nityananda Prabhu, and of course, the Panchatattva. As Mataji mentioned, we discussed yesterday about Mahaprabhu, we discussed about Sri Nityananda Prabhu, and we will be continuing our discussions about not just Nitai, but of course Gaur and Nitai. So I know it has been already a busy day. Thank you so much. It's already a busy day, working day. Many of us probably were working from home. For some, may have had to go to the office, but in spite of all that, to come here to chant and hear about Sri Nityananda Prabhu means everything. So thank you. I'm personally very glad and very grateful to each one of the devotee present here for taking your time to personally come here and encourage me with your presence so that I can speak something about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Sri Nityananda Prabhu. Before we start, let us chant the Mangalacharan prayers, seek auspiciousness from our spiritual superiors like Srila Prabhupada, and then get started in our today's discussion. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Tadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Kanvitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Shri Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanustute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarobhyascha Kripa Sindhobhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamini Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadhi Paschatya Deshatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Gurave Gaurachandraya Radhikaya Tadalaye Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadbhaktaya Namo Namaha Anandalilamaya Vigrahaya Hemavadivya Chavi Sundaraya Tasmai Mahaprema Rasapradaya Chaitanya Chandraya Namo Namaste Chaitanya Chandraya Namo Namaste Chaitanya Chandraya Namo Namaste Nityanandam Aham Naumi Sarvanandakaram Param Harinama Pradam Devam Avadhuta Shiromani. Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki, Shri Nityananda. Hare Krishna. Thank you once again for very kindly coming for our part 2 of the discussions of Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Shri Nityananda Prabhu, and of course also their associates. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, in the 12th canto, there is a very beautiful verse that glorifies Shastra or glorifies the pastimes of the Supreme Lord. Please kindly repeat. Tadaiva ramyam ruchiram navam navam Tadaiva shashvat manaso mahotsavam Tadaiva shokar navashoshanam nृणाम् yad uttama shloka yashonugiyate Yad uttama shloka yashonugiyate. Srimad Bhagavatam very beautifully describes about the pastimes of the Supreme Lord. How are the pastimes of the Supreme Lord? Tadaiva ramyam tadaiva. These pastimes of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Prabhu, Krishna, Balaram, etc. How are they? 3 adjectives are used. Tadaiva ramyam Ruchiram, and Navam Navam. 3 adjectives. How are the pastimes of the Lord? They are attractive. Tadaiva Ramyam. They are very attractive. Ruchiram. They are very relishable. And Navam Navam. They are always fresh. What are the 3 adjectives? They are attractive, they are relishable, and they are always fresh. And we actually see that the pastimes of the Lord are always fresh. It is the same Damodar Leela that we hear every Kartik. But still we look forward for it, right? We wait when it's Kartik time because naturally the whole atmosphere, lights are dim, ghee lamps are there, Damodar Ashtakam. It's the same Damodar Ashtakam. We know what is going to come up in 2024. 2025, 2026, rest of eternity, till the time we are going to be there in this material world, we know there is no suspense. You see in present day movies or whatever, they keep suspense to keep their audience. Krishna is such a personality, he doesn't keep suspense, but still he retains the audience. His audience retention formula is different. People of this world keep suspense so that people wait till the end of the movie. Climax kya hai? But here, we know what's coming up. What is the next festival? What are the pastimes? What is the festival after that? What are the pastimes? What are our services? Everything is known, but still we look forward for it. So this shows that the pastimes of the Lord are ever fresh. It's the same. Today is Varaha Dwadashi. The pastime doesn't change. It's the same Mother Earth he lifted. It is not that this year he lifted Mother Earth, previous year he lifted Jupiter. It is the same Mother Earth. But we still know the pastime. We still look forward for it. Nityananda Prabhu. Pastimes are known. So what is the teaching? The pastimes of the Lord are ever fresh. जितना सुनते हैं और सुनने का मन करता है और जितना और सुनते हैं सुनते ही रहने का मन करता है. It's a never ending pastime of the Supreme Lord. So, Tadaiva Ramyam, Ruchiram, Navam Navam. What are the English translations to that? What are the 3 adjectives? First is attractive. Second, tasty or relishable. And third, fresh. All 3 can be used for prasadam also. It is attractive, it is relishable, it is fresh. Huh? Because that is the big attractive factor for ISKCON devotees, prasadam. So, Tadaiva Ramyam, Ruchiram, Navam Navam, Tadaiva Shashvat, Manaso Mahotsavam. Shashvat means eternal, yes. Hindi, Shashvat means eternal. Sometimes we see devotees have the name Shashvat. Tadaiva Shashvat, Manaso Mahotsavam. Again, self-explanatory. Manasa means mind. Mahotsava means festival, which means pastimes of the Lord are always, eternally, they are a festival for the mind, for the body, for the heart, for the soul. Tadaiva Ramyam Ruchiram Navam Navam Tadaiva Shashvat Manaso Mahotsavam. Third line, Tadaiva Shokarnava Shoshanam Dranam. The misery that is there in our life that we have, depression, anxiety, lamentation, sorrow, everyone has it in different flavors. And this is like an ocean. And this is such an ocean, it is never drying up. Please come inside. We have a lot of bliss. The anxiety or lamentation, misery that we have, it's like an ocean. It's never ending. I remember when I was small, when I was in my school, so my mother would say, you finish 10th grade, after that it is maja. Uske baad maja hi maja hai. And I took it seriously. Then 11th and 12th came. Of course, in India, you say 11th grade, 12th grade or college or whatever. Here it's different, high school. Then after that, what? Freshman, sophomore, junior, senior. It took me good amount of years to learn what this is. Especially for those who have studied in India, sophomore, freshman, these are very new terms. We are used to first year engineering, second year engineering, degree college. This is our language. So I remember when I was in school, my mother would say, you finish 10th, get good grades in 10th, after that macha. So then I studied for 10th, I got good 11th and 12th. Then she said, finish 12th, after that macha. I finished 12th. Then naturally the rat race, I did engineering. Then I understood that maja is like a mirage. You never get it. After that, my mother also stopped saying because she understood. He has understood the trick. So you see, parents normally do that when the kids are small. ये कर ले, उसके बाद मजा ही मजा. You finish the exam, then 3 months summer vacation, do whatever you want. But that 3 months you play, then again 12 months you have to study. So anxiety or lamentation, distress, whatever is there for different people. For the students or the youth, it's in one form. For working professionals, it's another form. For those who are homemakers, it's another form. It is there for everyone. No one can deny that they don't have anxiety. If you think you have no anxiety, let me remind you. We all are in North America. All of us has one, we all have one anxiety, common anxiety. I-140. Green card, priority date. Vermont Center, California Center, Texas Center, Nebraska Center. Common anxiety, right? See, everyone is lost. Till the time you are not green card citizen, this is like Sudarshan Chakra on our head. It is constant anxiety. I've seen devotees when they have prasadam also, again. When they have prasadam, devotees sit and they're honoring. They start with discussing Krishna Katha a little. After that, topic changes to corporate, what is going on in office, etc. And then devotees ask. And from that they infer, oh, 2012 means right now it's current. Then mine is 2013 after that or whatever. So that's a constant anxiety. Hearing about the Supreme Lord, Shastra says, Tadaiva shokarnava shoshanam nranam. That ocean of anxiety that is there, it gets dried up. So it's a good deal. By hearing about the Lord, if that anxiety is going to dry up, it's a win-win situation. But whom are we talking about? The first 3 lines are talking about some personality. The name of the personality is not revealed yet. We know the personality, but Shastra has not revealed it yet. The 4th line, it says, Yad uttama shloka yashonugiyate. That person who speaks and glorifies Uttam Shloka. Uttam Shloka is one name of Krishna. Why is Krishna called Uttam Shloka? Shloka means verses, yes. And Uttam means bad. Topmost. So Uttam Shloka means best verses. Krishna is called Uttam Shloka because he is always glorified by the best verses. Choicest verses. Prabhupada named one of his disciples as Uttam Shloka Prabhu. So Krishna is called Uttam Shloka because he is glorified by best Sanskrit words, best Sanskrit grammar, best Sanskrit poetry. Our acharyas, if you see Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, Baladev Vidyabhushan, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, Narottam Das Thakur, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, our Prabhupada, whenever they compose, they use rich language. So, when Uttam Shloka Krishna or Uttam Shloka Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is discussed upon, then these 3 things happen. Tadaiva Ramyam, Ruchiram, Navam Navam. Then next line. Tadaiva Shashvat, Manaso Mahotsavam, Tadaiva Shokarnava Shoshanam Dranam, Yaduttama Shloka Yashonugiyate. So this can be a nice homework to by heart this verse. There are verses in Shastra that are preaching verses, and then there are verses in Shastra that are for swadhyay, personal relishment. So these are all you can use it for preaching. It is there for personal also, but primarily you can use it for preaching. If someone comes up to us and says, what do I get by speaking about Krishna? Full answer is ready. So for personal and for preaching purposes. So keeping that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in the center of our discussion, Nityananda Prabhu, who are Uttam Shloka, we will continue our discussion. Chaitanya Charitamrita very beautifully says, Yahara Bhagavata Pada Vaishnavera Sthane Ekante Ashray Karo Chaitanya Charane. It says that whenever we have to study Bhagavatam, whenever we have to study Chaitanya Bhagavata, Chaitanya Charitamrita, Chaitanya Mangal, Shastra says, Yahara Bhagavata Pada Vaishnavera Sthane, go to Vaishnav. This is why Prabhupada would say, whenever we hear Katha also, we should not hear from those who are making money out of it. Formal presenters who are there who charge money, oh, I want 5 lakhs, 10 lakhs or whatever, which happens in India. Prabhupada would really condemn that. Because that is doing business deals with Katha. Making a living out of Katha or Bhakti is not what Prabhupada encouraged. So Shastra says, those who want to understand Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Yahara Bhagavata Pada Vaishnavera Sthane Ekanta Ashray Karo Chaitanya Sharane. Go to that Vaishnav who has taken shelter of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Ekanta Ashra, who has taken one pointed shelter of Gauranga. Go to that Vaishnav and learn Shastra. And this is what primarily we do when we go to our Gurujan. They have taken shelter of Sachinandan Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Prabhu, who have taken shelter of Prabhupada. Parampara goes. And in the scriptures we see that if there is one personality who is the embodiment of sadhuta, who is the embodiment of being a Vaishnav, how to be a Vaishnav, it is Sripad Narada Muni. Constantly we see Sripad Narada Muni, his tongue is vibrating with the names of the Supreme Lord. If you have seen the Indian daily soaps, then they will show it as Narayan, Narayan. But in our Vaishnava songs we see Sripad Narada Muni has been glorified as someone who is chanting the names of Radha Raman. Narad Muni bhajaye bina Radhika Ramana name. Narad Muni bhajaye bina Radhika Ramana name. Sripad Narada Muni, when he is traveling, he plays the veena and chants the name of Radha Krishna, Radhika Raman, Radha Sham Sundar, etc. So one time, Sripad Narada Muni, who is the embodiment of Vaishnava qualities or being a sadhu, one time our Sripad Narada Muni went to the house of a devotee and he was speaking to the devotee. And as he was talking to the devotee, conversing with the devotee, he realized that he has come to the house of a wrong person. His GPS has navigated him wrong. So Narad Muni, when he realized that, he said, oh, seems like I wanted to go somewhere. I have come to the wrong destination. Narad Muni was leaving. When Sripad Narad Muni was leaving, this person looked at Narad Muni and said, I realize that you have come to the wrong place, but Shastra always says, Sadhu Sangha, Sarva Shastra Koil, Lava Matra, Sadhu Sangha, Sarva Siddhi Hoy. By associating with Sadhu, one gets ultimate good, ultimate benefit, one gets uplifted. I associated with you more than Lava Matra. I associated with you for a good amount of time. What did I get? What is my gain? What is my benefit? Here Sripad Narad Muni. When Sripad Narad Muni heard this, Narad Muni out of humility said, oh, I don't know what you got. Narad Muni didn't say, by associating with me, you will get Krishna. Out of humility, he didn't say it. He said, oh, I don't know what you got. Now, eventually, when this person died, he was very sinful. And because he was sinful, Yamaraj gave him a red carpet entry. He went down to the lower planets. When he went down to the lower planets, Yamaraj was ready to give him punishment. So he asked Yamaraj, I have one question. Yamaraj said, yes, what is the question? He said, in my life, I know I was sinful, but in my life I associated with Sripad Narad Muni, who is the best among devotees. What benefit did I get? So Yamaraj, when he heard this, Yamaraj said, good question. But even I don't know what you got. Yamaraj said, let's do one thing. Let's go to Indra. Maybe Indra will have an answer. He's Devaraj Indra. So Sripad Narad Muni, this person, and Yamaraj, all three of them went to Indra Loka. And when they went to Indra, Indra looked at this person and said, what happened? And this person narrated, look, question is very simple. I was very sinful in my life. I did a lot of sins. I went to Yamaraj. Yamaraj was ready to give me punishment. But I also associated with Sripad Narad Muni. So what benefit did I get by associating with Sripad Narad Muni? He asked Indra. Indra heard the question. Indra said, good question. But even I don't know what you got. This person was perplexed. Indra said, let's do one thing. Let's go to Brahmaji. He is Srishti Karta. He is creator. Let's go to him. So all of them went to Brahmaji. Who all? This person, Yamaraj, Indra, Narad Muni. Yes. All of them went to Brahmaji. Now Brahmaji has 4 heads, 8 eyes. All eyes were closed. He was doing meditation. He was not sleeping. Meditation. So it's almost like Shank. Oh, Krishna. So all of them went to Brahmaji. When they went to Brahmaji, Brahmaji was meditating. This person went to Brahmaji and said, my dear Brahmaji, I have a simple question. Brahmaji said, what? He narrated the full story. He said, what did I get by associating with Sripad Narad Muni? Brahmaji said, good question. But I also don't know what you got. This person was scratching his head. Hey, what is this? Shastra is saying Sadhu Sangha, Sadhu Sangha. By Sadhu Sangha, I went down to hell. So what benefit did I get? Brahmaji said, let's do one thing. Let's go to Bholenath, Shivji. Maybe Shivji will have an answer because he's Vaishnavanam Yata Shambhu. He will definitely have an answer. So they went to Shivji. When they went to Shivji, Lord Shiva welcomed. This person said, look, this question is very simple. In my life, I associated with Sripad Narad Muni. But still I went down to the lower planets. So what benefit did I get? Please tell me in one sentence, what did I get by associating with Narad Muni? Lord Shiva heard the question and Lord Shiva said, good question. But even I don't know. This person was thinking, hey, what is this? This is never ending. I am like some Olympic race. I am doing full chakra, but I am not getting answer. Lord Shiva says, let's go to Vishnu. Maybe Vishnu will have an answer. So all of them go to Vishnu. Who all? Let's start. That person, Narad Muni, in Yamaraj, Indra, Brahma, Shiva, all of them go to Vishnu. All of them go to Lord Vishnu. What is Lord Vishnu doing? Taking rest. Sleeping is a little dangerous. Taking rest. They go to Lord Vishnu. And this person said, Vishnu, I have a very simple question. Lord Vishnu said, what? He said, in my life I associated with Sripad Narad Muni. Still I had to see the face of Yamaraj. So what benefit did I get by associating with Sripad Narad Muni? Lord Vishnu said, what did Lord Vishnu say? Lord Vishnu, when he heard this, Lord Vishnu said, the benefit that you got is Indra, Brahma, Shiva, Yamaraj and Narad Muni. All 5 personalities have personally held your hand and taken you to Vaikuntha to see me. This is what you got by associating with Narad Muni. Narad Muni ki. So after that, he didn't go down. Because we may have a question that, oh, associating with Narad Muni also, if there is a chance, then we are nowhere in the picture. But after that, it's only a story to show that even if you associate with fraction of a second with a sadhu, upliftment is guaranteed. How much ever sinful we are. Doesn't mean we take advantage of that, but it shows the power of sadhu. Narottam Das Thakur very beautifully explains that Gangara Parasha hoile paschate pavan darshane pavitra karo ei tumhara gun. To get purified, we have to go to Ganga. Ganga doesn't come to Austin, Texas. We have to go to Navadvip. We have to go to Mayapur. But sadhu, they voluntarily walk. For Ganga, we have to. But sadhus naturally come in our life. Darshane pavitra karo ei tumhara gun. Narottam Das Thakur says, the quality of sadhu is just by looking at them, one gets uplifted, one gets purified. So, Mahaprabhu's pastimes or Nityananda Prabhu's pastimes, this is what our acharyas are saying. Jahara Bhagavata Pada Vaishnavera Sthane. Go to Vaishnav. And the best form of Vaishnav is Sripad Narada Muni. So, we see in their Lord's pastimes very beautifully. When Sri Nityananda Prabhu, when he was small, this is before Gauranga Mahaprabhu advented. Nityananda Prabhu advented about 14 years before Shachinandan Gauranga Mahaprabhu. When Nitai was there in Ekachakra, how many have been to Ekachakra? A couple of devotees. I have heard it's a very wonderful place. I have myself not been. I've been to Navadvip, but somehow I have never been to Ekachakra. But I have heard it's a very, very beautiful place. So Nityananda Prabhu appeared in Ekachakra. Why he appeared in Ekachakra, we will see maybe in the end of discussion or tomorrow. Significance and glories of Ekachakra. Why he picked Ekachakra and not Navadvip. We will see that tomorrow. I want to leave some cliffhanger. Some suspense. So Nityananda Prabhu, when he was small, he would enact a lot of pastimes of Krishna. Even though Nitai practically had not read the books. There was no Krishna book at that time, no Veda base. But Nitai knew all the pastimes. And In one way, it is not difficult to understand because he is Balaram. But for the parents, it was very fascinating. Who are the parents of Nityananda Prabhu? Hadai Pandit and Padmavati Devi. Yes, the parents of Nitai are Hadai Pandit and Padmavati Devi. Now they were fascinated that how is it that Nitai is so small but knows all the pastimes of Krishna? He would get all his friends. Nitai would have different friends, all young. So he would get all of them, and in a closed room, Nitai would enact the pastime of Krishna appearing in the jail. Just like how Krishna, when he appeared in a jail, it was dark. So he would make two of his friends as Vasudeva and Devaki. And one of those friends, he would stuff his stomach to show that he is pregnant. That friend would say, what pastime is this? Because they are all small. And Nitai would make him Devaki, and then there would be appearance of Krishna. And then he would enact as to how Vasudeva Maharaj carried Krishna on the head. Had a basket, carried on the head, and how all the gates opened. Nitai would enact these pastimes. My worshipable spiritual master, Sri Srimad Radha Govinda Maharaj, was one time in Los Angeles airport. Gauranga Prabhu was saying this. In 2012, in one Chaupati class, Gauranga Prabhu was narrating this story. Gauranga Prabhu and Srila Guru Maharaj were there in LA airport. And they were heading out to another destination. So you see, before you enter the aircraft, you scan the boarding pass for one last time. You scan, and then finally you enter. So Srila Guru Maharaj did that. Gauranga Prabhu was behind him. He also scanned. And then when Gauranga Prabhu went, Srila Guru Maharaj was just standing ahead. So Gauranga Prabhu said, why didn't you go inside? So Srila Guru Maharaj, in front of him there was a door. And that door did not have a knob or a handle. So Guru Maharaj in Hindi, he said, I don't know how to open this. Because he is from village, Bihar. He said, I don't know how to open this. So Gauranga Prabhu said, Maharaj, it is very simple. It is sensor based. You just go more close, automatically it will open. So they went, it opened, and then Srila Guru Maharaj went and sat inside. When Guru Maharaj went and sat inside in the flight, Gauranga Prabhu was next to him. Guru Maharaj told him, in the Bhagavatam, when we hear that for Vasudeva Maharaj the gates naturally opened, that time we have a doubt. That same technology is there in Los Angeles airport and we glorify. Isn't it? You go to Costco, you go to Trader Joe's, naturally opens, huh? Whichever store. You got the essence. You go to any of these stores, naturally it opens. Srila Guru Maharaj said, if it can be there in America, why is it difficult that when for Vasudeva Maharaj, Krishna is there in the head, why even the gates not open? In our life, Krishna is not even there in the head. Still it's opening. So Gauranga Prabhu, when he said this, the whole Chaupati started clapping. And Srila Gauranga Prabhu said, this is how we see Bhagavatam in real day life. Practical application. So dear devotees, next time you go to Costco, next time you go to Trader Joe's, or that store, whatever store, whichever store it is, the next time you go and it opens naturally, pause and remember that this is how it opened for Vasudeva. This is practical application of Shastra. So you're spiritualizing that time. You're remembering Krishna at that time. Srila Jayapataka Swami Maharaj, he came to Atlanta. He went to Atlanta. I somehow always say came because my brother is there. So he went to Atlanta. And you have the famous store Gap, GAP. So it was winter time. And they wanted to buy some winter jackets for Srila Jayapataka Swami Maharaj. So they went to Gap store. Jayapataka Maharaj saw GAP. He said, oh, GAP, Govinda Madhi Purusham. Spiritualizing. The next time you see a Gap store, pause. Govinda Madhi Purusham. Next time you go to Costco, Vasudeva Maharaj ki jai. You are making everything spiritual. One Prabhupada disciple was saying, it's not Dubai, it's Do Bhai Krishna Balaram. It's Do Bhai Krishna Balaram. This is how we see Shastra at all times, at all places, at all circumstances. In Hindi, they very beautifully say, Bas nazariye ki hai baat. The world around is not the problem. Our eyes are the problem. If the world is problem, how is it that for pure devotees, they're seeing Krishna everywhere? Which means Krishna can be seen everywhere. We have to anoint our loves, our eyes. Premanjana churita bhakti vilochenena. If the eyes are anointed with love, then in every place we will see Krishna. If Prahlad can see Krishna in a pillar, where apparently Krishna doesn't exist. We don't, for Sunday feast, we don't worship a pillar. We don't say, oh, Krishna is existing here. We don't worship. So in our understanding, Krishna is not there in a pillar. Yes, from a tattva standpoint, he is there. But Prahlad Maharaj, when he was immediately asked, he was convinced. And seeing that conviction, Narsinghadev came. So Krishna is there at all times, at all places, at all circumstances. Srila Jayapataka Maharaj again one time, he asked his disciples to purchase a cap. Baseball. You say baseball here? Because I sometimes get confused, like the Indian football, here it is soccer, there's too much changing, whatever. So baseball, right here also. So baseball, Srila Jayapataka Maharaj was saying, he wanted a cap of Kansas City. Kansas City is a team, and he wanted a baseball cap of Kansas City. So disciples were confused. Guru Maharaj wanting cap, that to baseball cap, that to Kansas City. They asked Jayapataka Maharaj, why? Srila Jayapataka Maharaj said, because Kansas City, they have the initials KC. Srila Jayapataka Maharaj said, I will wear the cap and go everywhere. KC, Krishna consciousness. Interesting. So we see Nityananda Prabhu was in this mood, enacting small pastimes. Similarly, our Sri Nityananda Prabhu, when he was small, he would go to the forest and he would let the cows graze. And in the meantime, he would play around with the cows, he would play around with the calves, just like Krishna would do. Sripad Bilwamangala Thakur very beautifully says, when Krishna was small, he would play with the calves. And when he was very, very small, he was fascinated by the calves. So one time Krishna, he held the tail of the calf. Now calf is also small. Krishna is also small. Krishna holds the tail of the calf. The calf gets afraid. Now Krishna knows to hold, he doesn't know to release. Small child, right? He knows to hold, doesn't know to release. Now calf is afraid, calf starts running. Krishna doesn't know to release. He is also being dragged in Vrindavan. And Krishna gets a name, Ghasita Ram. That Ghasitana in Hindi means to drag. That Krishna was being dragged in Vrindavan. So Krishna is such a personality, whatever he does, he gets a name. There is a temple for him for whatever he does. He steals, there is a temple. He cheats, there is a temple. He is being dragged, there is a temple. Whichever position he stands, there is a temple. He stands like this, there is a temple. He stands like this, there is a temple. He stands like this, there is a temple. In Maharashtra, he stands like this, there is a temple. Panduranga. So he does PT exercise and he gets a temple on his name. So Nityananda Prabhu would enact different pastimes of Krishna this way. Another time, Nityananda Prabhu would enact the pastime of Aghasur, Bakasur, Shakatasur, etc. When Nityananda Prabhu would enact these different pastimes, at one point near Nityananda Prabhu's house, there was a bakul tree. Bakul tree, we see, has become popular and famous because of Srila Haridas Thakur. Probably before ISKCON, we had never heard of bakul tree. All glories to Haridas Thakur, we got to know about bakul tree. So near Nityananda Prabhu's house also, in Ekachakra, there was a bakul tree. And there was also a pond, a water body. So Nityananda Prabhu, one time, he removed the branches, he uprooted the branches. And he went inside water, and through the branches, he made it look like the hoods of Kaliya. And he would dance with the hoods of Kaliya, and as to how the friends of Krishna practically became unconscious and Krishna revives them, the Kaliya pastime. We were discussing this yesterday after we went home with Radhavinoda Prabhu. In Chaitanya Charitamrita, there is a very beautiful narration, very interesting. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he was there in Vrindavan, he was accompanied by Balabhadra Bhattacharya, his associate. And Mahaprabhu was so popular, everyone wanted to come and meet Mahaprabhu. Everyone wanted personal time with Mahaprabhu, appointment. And they would come to Balabhadra Bhattacharya in the morning. And morning time, Mahaprabhu would be there in some Leela Sthali. So when they would come to Balabhadra Bhattacharya, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would not be there. So one time, Balabhadra Bhattacharya got so irritated, he went to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He said, my dear Lord, Pratak Kale aisa loka tumhara na paye, Prabhu mora mata khaye. Morning time they come and search for you. When they don't find you, they start eating my head. Pratak Kale aisa loka tumhara na paye, Prabhu mora mata khaye. They start eating my head. My dear Lord, go and give them darshan. So Balabhadra Bhattacharya, Chaitanya Charitamrita is very sweet, very, very sweet. Some of the verses that are there are funny and self-explanatory. So one time, Balabhadra Bhattacharya, when he was there near Kalia Lake, the place where the pastime occurred. So the local Brajabasis, they told Balabhadra Bhattacharya that, you know, every night Krishna dances here on the hoods of Kalia. So Balabhadra Bhattacharya said, really? He thought that happened 5,000 years ago. Brajavasis, they said, no. Every day Krishna is dancing. Every day on the hoods of Kaliya, Krishna dances. So Balabhadra Bhattacharya said, oh wow, very interesting. He went to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and said, my dear Lord, I have a good news. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, what? Balabhadra Bhattacharya said, my dear Lord, in Yamuna, every day night, Krishna is dancing on the hoods of Kaliya. Can we go to take darshan? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu slapped him. Balabhadra Bhattacharya said, my dear Lord, what happened? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, don't you understand that Krishna is not so cheap? Krishna doesn't come and give darshan so easily. So Balabhadra Bhattacharya said, no, my dear Lord, the locals are saying that Krishna is dancing on the woods of Kaliya. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, first of all, Krishna demands full surrender. And he doesn't give darshan so easily to everyone. So Balabhadra Bhattacharya said, my dear Lord, then what is the mystery? What are they seeing? And why do they think that it is Krishna dancing on the woods of Kaliya? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, actually, every day at night, one fisherman comes out. And he comes out with a lantern. Because it is dark, he comes out with a lantern. And because he is a fisherman, he turns the boat upside down. So the boat is like this. When it turns upside down, it becomes like this. He turns the boat upside down, he stands on top and he has a lantern. So from a distance, when people think, they think this is hoods of Kaliya, they think this is the Krishna standing and the lantern is like mukut on the top. Mahaprabhu said it is not Krishna dancing, it is some fisherman trying to find fish. And Mahaprabhu slapped him. So from that day, Balabhadra Bhattacharya got a good lesson. So here Nityananda Prabhu, in that mood, would enact. But here Nityananda Prabhu would actually dance because he is Balaram. He can dance. So he would dance and then he would enact the whole pastime. In another time, Nityananda Prabhu, like in the mood of Krishna, he would go to different houses and he would plunder. He would steal butter. Butter is something that Krishna loves very much. In one class, in one seminar, His Holiness Romapad Swami Maharaj was saying a very beautiful thing. He was explaining as to why Krishna steals butter. What is the understanding of butter? They steal the neighbor's heart, okay. While doing it, okay. How about others? Okay, now I'll just open it. Why do you think Krishna steals butter? Why not strawberry? Why not some mango? It comes from the cow. Other animals also give milk. Okay, good. It is sweet. Okay. Yes. Why does Krishna steal butter? Why not anything else? Okay, it's pure. Yes.
Make the gopis and his friends laugh.
To make the gopis and friends laugh. Okay. To be naughty. Okay. Do you also steal butter? Yes.
The mother.
Cow, the mother. Okay. Interesting answer from children, right? Nice. How about Prabhujis and Matajis? Why is butter compared with heart? Yes. His Holiness Ramapad Maharaj was saying the same point. He said, actually, when Krishna is there in Vrindavan, or when the stealing thing is, when Krishna steals, it is not that it is unplanned. It is well planned. Krishna stealing is well planned. When does Krishna plan? In the morning, Brahma Muhurta time when everyone is sleeping, Krishna goes outside the house and does a cross mark. that आज ये घर को चुराएंगे. Today we will steal this house. It is an indication for his friends. When the friends come, they will see X mark, cross. This house has to be plundered. So Krishna does this in morning Brahma Muhurta time. Why does Krishna steal butter? Because the butter has two qualities. It is white and it is soft. His Holiness Ramapad Maharaj was saying, when we constantly get up in Brahma Muhurta and chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra, by chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, our heart will become pure or white in purity like butter and soft in compassion like the butter. And for those devotees who are up in Brahma Muhurta chanting, one day Krishna will come and put a cross in your heart and he will steal that white butter heart also away. Nice one, right? Similarly, Srila Radhanath Swami Maharaj was saying that he was explaining the point of Brahma Muhurta, chanting in morning time. And Srila Radhanath Maharaj was saying morning Brahma Muhurta is the time when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu are actually roaming to freely give Krishna prem. So those who are awake in morning time and chanting, they become the recipients of Gauranga and Nityananda's mercy very quickly, Maharaj was saying. Provided we get up in the morning. That is the big if condition. So in this way, Nityananda Prabhu would also be in the mood of Krishna and he would steal butter. One time our Nityananda Prabhu wanted to enact the pastime of Ramayana. So he took the role of Lakshman, because Nitai, Balaram, Lakshman. So he took the role of Lakshman. And as we see the famous pastime when Lakshman is there in Lanka, Indrajit shoots the arrow and it pierces, and Lakshman is practically in the verge of departure. And there is nothing that is able to rescue. Even Prabhu Sri Ram is crying. 2 arrows are shot, one to Lakshman and one to Jambavan, and there is nothing anyone is able to do. So Nityananda Prabhu enacted that pastime, and one friend was Indrajit. All inside their gang only. One is playing this, one is playing a horse, and one is playing Indrajit, sitting on that horse. And then you have arrow and enacting like that, flower arrows. So one friend shoots and Nitai falls to the ground and Nitai is unconscious. And Nitai is actually not getting up. And all the friends start crying. They become so afraid, they start calling all the parents that, hey, Nitai is not getting up. We were playing some game, seems the game went to another extreme. It went beyond our understanding. So they start calling the parents. And the parents also come and they say, oh, Nitya is not getting up. At that time, one friend remembered that he was supposed to play Hanuman. He was so much in the pastime, he forgot. So then he went and got the medicine, Sanjeevani, herbal medicine. And he gave it to Nitya. Nitya came back to consciousness. Nitya looked at him and said, next time don't forget your role. Pastime is great, don't forget your role. I cannot be lying like this. All chota friends, that friend got so enamored, he forgot his Hanuman. Chaitanya Bhagavat explains all Nitya is baby pastimes. And all this is before Mahaprabhu appeared. Now comes the point when Nitya is performing all these pastimes. So from this itself we see Nitya knows all Krishna Leela. He doesn't require any Krishna book reading or Veda base. He knows everything. So at this point, Nityananda Prabhu has this desire to leave home. Renunciation, he has a desire to leave home. And Nityananda Prabhu is still young. So Nityananda Prabhu inspires a sadhu to come to his house, to the house of Hadai Pandit and Padmavati Devi. This sadhu comes, he meets Hadai Pandit and Padmavati Devi, and all night he discusses Krishna Leela. And Nityananda Prabhu is sitting, the whole family is sitting. The next day morning, when it is time for him to leave, this sadhu turns to Hadai Pandit, the father of Nityananda Prabhu, and he says, I have one request. The father says, yes, what is the request? Whatever sadhus ask need to be given. What is the request? He says, I am going to different tirth places, holy places, and I don't have a brahmachari companion. So if you are okay, can I take your son as a companion? And now this was a thunderbolt to Hadai Pandit. Imagine you have one son who's so effulgent like Nityananda Prabhu. It is explained the mothers who are there of Ekachakra, they liked Nityananda Prabhu more than their own children. Just like in Krishna Leela we find. The motherly gopis liked Krishna more than their own children. And likewise here, the motherly gopis of Ekachakra loved Nityananda Prabhu more than their own children. So you can imagine, if others like Nitai more than their own children, how much Padmavati and Hadai Pandit loved Nityananda Prabhu. And now, if Nityananda Prabhu is about to be snatched from their life, it was a thunderbolt. Hadai Pandit said, you ask whatever you want, I will give. Nitai is my only possession. I beg you, I request, don't take it away. Sadhu said, you promised that you will give, and I don't have a companion. Hadai Pandit had no answer. And at that time, when Nanadas Thakur explains, Hadai Pandit almost remembered as to how even in Sri Rama's pastime the same thing happened. Vishwamitra Muni comes and requests Dasharath Maharaj. And Dasharath Maharaj says, you take me. Sri Ram doesn't know to fight. He's still young. He doesn't even know how to hold a bow and arrow. I know to fight. I will help you. If you have to kill Taraka. We have so much in Krishna Lila. If you have to kill Taraka and other demons, I will help. Sri Ram doesn't know. But Vishwamitra Muni, he besieged. And Sri Ram and Lakshmana were taken away. Similarly here, Hadai Pandit had no option. With tears flowing down his eyes, he had to give Nityananda Prabhu to this sadhu. And Nityananda Prabhu was happy because that's what he wanted. He wanted to leave Ekachakra because now he knew that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is going to appear. And if he has to go to Navadvip to meet Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he has to leave from here. And if he tells his parents that he wants to leave, parents out of motherly affection, fatherly affection will not allow. But if sadhu comes, then parents there's nothing much they can do. So Nityananda Prabhu leaves. And very beautifully at this point, a question is asked or a point is raised as to who that sannyasi was. Some people say that it was Vishwarup himself who had come. But this understanding is not correct for the fact that when this sannyasi came to meet Nityananda Prabhu, Vishwarup at that time had not taken sannyasi yet. So the analogy or the understanding of Vishwarup as a sannyasi coming and taking Nitai away is wrong for the fact that he had not taken sannyas. Now some others say that Lakshmipati Tirtha, the guru of Madhavendra Puri, if you see our Sampradaya, you have the mention of Lakshmipati Tirtha, then Madhavendra Puri, and that's how the Sampradaya goes. Some say that Lakshmipati Tirtha came. Now this is also not correct for the fact that Lakshmipati Tirtha at that time was very old. And this sannyasi, it is explained, was a young sannyasi. That is point number one. Second, if it was actually Lakshmipati Tirtha, then Narahari Chakravarti and others would have explicitly mentioned that Lakshmipati Tirtha came because he is part of the Sampradaya. But there is no name mentioned as to who the sannyasi was. So it still remains a mystery as to who that sannyasi was, but at least it was not these two people, Lakshmipati Tirtha and Vishwarup. Nityananda Prabhu leaves home after just hearing Katha. And we see this is how Hari Katha acts. We see the same point we mentioned about Vishwarup also, as to how Vishwarup heard from Advaita Acharya and left home. And Nityananda Prabhu hears from this sadhu and leaves home. So hearing Katha is great. At that same time, there is terms and conditions applied. You see, when you buy policy, LIC or insurance, everything will be written big, then there will be so small letters that no one can see. Terms and conditions apply. So hearing Krishna Katha is like that. Terms and conditions apply. One thing will definitely happen. There will be virakti in the life. There will be renunciation. And if there is no natural renunciation, there is something off. Because we discussed as to how Bhagavatam says, Bhakti Pareshanubhavo Virakti. The nature of Katha is there will be natural material renunciation. The same things that we were earlier hankering for, now will seem distasteful. And if it is still being tasteful, then something is off. And there are so many examples, not just Vishwarup, not just Nityananda Prabhu. How about Narottam Das Thakur? Same. Narottam Das Thakur life also we see, sadhu comes, Katha is heard, he leaves home. Vamshidas Babaji, same. Vamshidas Babaji, in fact, was married and he had a 6-month-old child. He hears about the Supreme Lord. One sadhu comes to the village, he hears about the Supreme Lord. Vamshidas Babaji gives up his grahastha life and becomes Babaji for the rest of his life. How about Lord Shiva? Lord Shiva is also so enamored by the pastimes of the Supreme Lord. He's always chanting the name of Prabhu Shri Ram. Prahlad Maharaj became Prahlad Maharaj because he heard Katha from Narad Muni when he was there in the womb of Kayadu. So time and again we see it's not just renunciation. Those who have spiritual strength, that strength comes from Katha. Of the 9 limbs of Krishna consciousness that Prahlad Maharaj is given, he puts hearing as first. Sravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Pada Sevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakhyam, Atma Nivedanam, Iti Pumsarpita Vishnu, Bhaktische Navalakshanam. These are the 9 symptoms of bhakti starting with Sravanam. So we see Shri Nityananda Prabhu in this way eventually leaves home, hearing about the Supreme Lord. And who that sannyasi is still a question mark. One time Prabhupada was there in 26 2nd Avenue and Prabhupada was giving a class. And he was speaking about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu. And you see Prabhupada had a Bengali accent, heavy Bengali accent. Initially when we also hear Prabhupada, we were not understanding. Right? It was very difficult. After hearing again and again and again, we now understand. But first time, none of us practically understood what Prabhupada was saying. Heavy Bengali accent. So you can imagine for the Americans how difficult it would have been. First of all, they don't know the content. Secondly, they don't understand the accent. But still they would sit. So in one class, Prabhupada was saying that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has come down to this world to shave all of you all. So Prabhupada said it 2 times. Mahaprabhu has come down to this world to shave all of you all. One disciple was sitting ahead. He said, Prabhupada, shave or save? Prabhupada said both. First he will save, then he will shave. He will do both the things. First he will save you, then he will shave you. So Prabhupada actually meant save, but the accent was such it sounded shave. But Prabhupada took that as an opportunity to introduce them to shaving and shika. First he will save, then he will shave. So Chaitanya and Nityananda are like that. They will save, then they will shave. So Shri Nityananda Prabhu, we see that in this way was traveling to different places. And at one point, Shri Nityananda Prabhu comes to a village, which is the village of Ramchandra Khan. Ramchandra Khan is the same personality who tried to defame Srila Haridas Thakur. The personality who sent the prostitute was Ramchandra Khan. Nityananda Prabhu comes to the place of Ramchandra Khan one time. And Nityananda Prabhu of course comes with different associates. And as Nitai comes there, he meets Ramchandra Khan, and Ramchandra Khan, his heart is still very hard. So he doesn't welcome Nityananda Prabhu. He doesn't host Nityananda Prabhu. In fact, he tells Nityananda Prabhu to leave the village. So there is no place for you, out. Imagine Shri Nityananda Prabhu is coming to your home and you drive him away. How many times does it happen that Nitya even comes in our life? And here Nityananda Prabhu is coming to give mercy to Ramchandra Khan, even though he tried to defame Haridas Thakur. Nitai comes and Ramchandra Khan asks him to go. And Nityananda Prabhu just smiles, he doesn't say anything. Nityananda Prabhu says, oh, very soon this Ramchandra Khan is going to be destroyed. You don't want to get on the wrong side of Balaram. Balaram is very risky. Why he is risky? During the Mahabharata time, Balaram is not there in the battle, right? Krishna is there in the battle. Balaram tells Krishna, I don't want to fight. I don't like bloodshed. You, Krishna, you fight, I don't want bloodshed. He's Balaram. He tells Krishna, I don't want bloodshed. Krishna says, okay, what will you do? Balaram says, I will go on Tirth Yatra. So Krishna says, okay. He goes on Tirth Yatra. Romaharshan doesn't get to be killed. This is Balaram's Tirth Yatra. This is his Dham Parikrama. First person he sees, he kills him. Romaharshan doesn't get up. Everyone gets up seeing Balaram. Balaram is Adi Guru. If anyone is presenting anything, it is because of Balaramji. It is because of Nityananda Prabhu. So Romaharshan doesn't get up. And Balaramji understands. He takes this blade of grass and touches and he kills him. So the sages who were present there, they look at Balaram and they say, Our only hope was him. We don't have Kathakar. Our congregation has only one speaker. That speaker also you took away. Where will we go for speaker? Those were the days there is no Zoom, no YouTube, no live telecast. Only congregation has only one speaker. Said that one speaker also you took. Where will we go? Our hearing, you have snatched. Balram said, what do you want me to do? Do you want me to get him back? They said, no. What you have done, if you feel that is right, let that be right. But where will we go for Katha? Balaramji gets the son of Ramaharshan, Ugrashrava. And Ugrashrava is only 8 years old. And Ugrashrava is such, he is not even wearing any clothes. So he gets Ugrashrava and says, you sit on the Vyasasana. The sages who are present, they say, he is only 8 years old. He will give class. Balaram touches his head. And as Prabhu Balaram touches the head, Shastra starts flowing from his mouth. Like Ganga, he starts giving classes. And the audience is filled with different sadhus. And here is a boy who's just 8. So that is Balaram. In his Tirth Yatra, he will kill. To Krishna, he will say, I don't want fighting. I don't like bloodshed. And here he will kill. So that Balaram, who is now Nityananda Prabhu, comes to Ramchandra Khan. And when Ramchandra Khan doesn't respect him, Nityananda Prabhu just smiles. But Nityananda Prabhu says, he will be destroyed. He will be destroyed very soon. And in a matter of few days, few Mohammedans attack that place. They kill Ramchandra Khan. And practically the whole place, the kingdom, the person and the whole dynasty is destroyed. When Shri Guru is not respected, destruction is guaranteed. Prabhupada was there one time in one of the places. And Prabhupada was coming out from his room. So many Prabhupada disciples were standing and all of them were offering obeisances. And there was one young boy also who was there who saw Prabhupada for the first time. And he knew about Prabhupada's glories. He was practicing. Practically, he was also a disciple. He was young, but he was a disciple. But seeing Prabhupada for the first time. And many devotees were offering obeisances. So, he didn't offer obeisance. He was just standing. And Prabhupada with Tamal Krishna Maharaj came out. And Prabhupada saw everyone. And Prabhupada was walking. And he also noticed that this boy didn't offer obeisances. Prabhupada turned to Tamal Krishna Maharaj and said, this is the start of downfall. When you don't offer respects to your Gurudev, this is the start of downfall. Tamal Krishna Maharaj says in the memories. When you see Gurudev and don't offer respects, yes, you may see him constantly, but still he is Guru. So Prabhupada said, when you see your Gurudev or spiritual superiors and you don't offer respects, this is the start of all. Tamal Krishna Maharaj. Tamal Krishna Maharaj has some very nice memories. If you see in the memories of Prabhupada, has some very sweet, interesting, some heavy chastising memories also. We see the same thing even in Ramayana, when for the first time, Prabhu Shri Ram and Lakshman, when they came to meet Sugriv, they had not met Sugriv before. So for the very first time, they came to meet Sugriv. And when they came, it was first Hanuman who welcomed. Hanuman welcomed and he understood that, oh, it's Dasharat Nandan, Prabhu Shri Ram. And he brought him towards Sugriv. And Sugriv at that point welcomed Shri Ram. He gave nice seating place to Shri Ram. But Lakshman was made standing. Lakshman was not given a place to sit. And Lakshman doesn't say anything. Shri Ram also at that point doesn't say anything. Eventually, we see that how Vali had caused havoc and problems in the life of Sugriv. How his wife was kidnapped and how the whole kingdom was taken away from Sugriv. So Sugriv signs a deal with Prabhu Shri Ram. He says, I will help you, but in return you should also help. Shri Ram says, what is it? Sugriv says, I will help you get Maya Sita back. That's all you want, right? Shri Ram says, yes. I will help you get Mother Sita back, but you should also help me get my kingdom and get my wife back. My position as the king, you should help me. And Sugriv narrates the whole story as to how Vali had troubled him. Prabhu Shri Ram says, that's a deal. Sugriv goes to meet Vali. Prabhu Shri Ram says, go and challenge Vali, that you want to fight him. Now Vali was very powerful. It is explained, Vali was so powerful. Vali, even though he was a monkey, he would do Gayatri. Even though he was monkey, he would do Gayatri. And because he's a monkey, one morning Gayatri he would do it in one place, afternoon Gayatri in some other place, evening Gayatri in some other place. So 3 Gayatris he would do in 3 different places. Like monkey, he would jump and go and he would do Gayatri. So one time when he was doing Gayatri, he was in water, waist deep in water. That time Ravana, he came to challenge Vali. And he was doing Gayatri. Vali was doing Gayatri. So he didn't want disturbance. So he wrapped up Ravana in his tail. And with Ravana in his tail, Vali was jumping from one place to another place to do Gayatri. Morning to evening, Ravana was wrapped in the tail and he had no place to go. At the end, Ravana said, hey, have some respect. I am Lankapati. Have some respect. And Vali then releases him. So that is how powerful Vali is. He could have Ravana in his tail. And now Sugriv is nowhere in comparison. So Sri Ram says, go and challenge Vali for a fight. He says, my dear Lord, battle him? Sri Ram says, don't worry, I am standing behind the tree, I will protect, I will shoot an arrow. So now Sugriv gets confidence. So Sugriv goes and says, hey, Vali, come out, I want to fight. When Vali hears this, he says, is this person drunk? He knows who he is challenging. He's challenging me. And Vali comes out and he smashes Sugriva left and right. So much so that his whole face is bluish black. Sugriva's whole face is bluish black. Sugriva comes back to Prabhu Sri Ram and says, my dear Lord, why didn't you help me? You said you will shoot an arrow. You said you will protect me. Why didn't you help? Prabhu Sri Ram said, my dear Sugriv, both of you look alike. Both of you look similar. So I thought Sugriv is fighting Vali. So I kept my bow and arrow down and I was clapping. When Sugriv heard this, he said, my dear Lord, you were clapping here. He was clapping on my face. My dear Lord, what is this? You promised and that's why I challenged him and now my whole face is bluish black. Sri Ram says, don't worry. He looks at Lakshman and says, my dear Lakshman, offer your garland to him so that I have an identification. I know who is Sugriv and who is Vali. Now again Sugriv goes with the garland. Don't look at me. I am not that monkey. I am not that monkey. So he again goes and challenges Vali. And Vali thinks, hey, what has happened? I just smashed him. He's again coming for a fight. So Vali again comes out. Now this time when he comes out to fight Sugriv, now Prabhu Sri Ram understands that the one with the garland is Sugriv and the one without it is Vali. Prabhu Sri Ram takes his arrow and from behind he shoots and kills Vali. And when Vali is killed, Sugriv says, my dear Lord, this you could have done before also. Why did you wait till the time he slaps me? Sugriv was slapped so much that his eyes became like Jagannath. He was slapped so much. Vali was very powerful. He said, why you could have given this garland before itself? Why wait all this? Prabhu Sri Ram very beautifully said, when I met you for the first time, you respected me but disrespected Lakshman. You didn't give him proper respect. And Lakshman is Guru Tattva. And because you did aparad to Sri Guru, that punching of Vali nullified it. And when Guru gave his garland to you, then you get the mercy of Ram, that is Supreme Lord. When Sri Guru showers his mercy, that's when even Krishna showers. But when we offend Guru there, even Krishna cannot do anything. So it's a good tattva-related principle that we learned. And that same mood of Lakshman we find in Balaram, of killing. But in the case of Nityananda Prabhu, we see, Nitai practically never killed anyone. Even Jagai and Madai, Nitai didn't kill. Mahaprabhu was ready to kill. That was the only time Mahaprabhu invoked the Sudarshan Chakra. But Nitai, that time also, he begged to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. We make this one point and then we will call it a day. When we see Jagai and Madhai, when they met Nityananda Prabhu, and Nityananda Prabhu tried to convince, and one between Jagai and Madhai threw the pot. Who threw the pot? Madhai. When I was small, I had this doubt. I would get confused. Who threw, Jagai or Madhai? Oftentimes we say, Jagai, Madhai, they throw the pot. But there is only one person threw, not 2 pots, only 1 pot. So who threw? So I was hearing one class, one Prabhupada disciple said, very easy to remember. Madhai M became mad. The mad fellow M, Madhai threw the pot. So easy to remember. Madhai mad, threw the pot. Doesn't mean we always address him as mad. It's only a good way to remember. So Madhai threw the pot. And now Nityananda Prabhu at that time starts bleeding. Correct? I have a question for everyone. Nityananda Prabhu's body is Sachitananda. Sachitananda means no blood. Right? Krishna's body is Sachitananda, no blood. Balram is Sachitananda, Nitai is Sachitananda. So if body is Sat Chit Ananda, where did the blood come from? There should have been no blood. Where did the blood come from? Interesting, right? We have heard Jagai Madhai pastime. This is a new twist to Jagai Madhai pastime. If Nitai is Sachitananda, which he is Balaram, body should not have blood because blood is a material thing. So why did Nitai bleed at that? Acharyas give such a wonderful analogy, not analogy but commentary here. They say, Nityananda Prabhu as Guru Tattva at that time he thought, if I fake blood at this point, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu will understand that his Nitai is bleeding. And when Mahaprabhu hears that his Nitai has been hurt and his Nitai is bleeding, Mahaprabhu will suspend everything and come to that scene. And when Mahaprabhu comes to the scene, he will give his darshan to Jagai and Madhai. These Jagai and Madhai, these two dacoits who are there, they will not go to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But if I fake blood, Mahaprabhu will come and give darshan, and in that way Jagai and Madhai will be approved. Look at Nityananda Prabhu, even when he is hurt, he is thinking of the benefit of Jagai and Madhai. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu invokes Sudarshan Chakra. It is Nityananda Prabhu who falls at the feet of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He says, my dear Lord, how many people will you kill? In Kali Yuga, everyone will be like this, my dear Lord. How many people will you kill? You have taken a promise, you will not kill anyone. My dear Lord, in Kali, everyone is like this. They lack faith. Kitne log ko marenge, kitne hatya karenge. My dear Lord, whatever killing you have to do, you did in previous ages. If you want to kill something, kill their anarthas in the heart. My dear Lord, spare them. Don't. I am begging. When Sri Guru Nitai, Adi Guru Nityananda Ram, when he begged to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Mahaprabhu showered his mercy. Chaitanya Bhagavat explains, Jagai and Madhai, they placed a tulasi in the Mahaprabhu, stretched his palm, and they placed a tulasi leaf in the hand of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Vrindavan Das Thakur says, when the tulsi leaf was placed in the hand of Mahaprabhu, Mahaprabhu's whole body became black because he took the sins of Jagai and Madhai. For a few seconds, he who was golden in complexion, Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi, who was not different from Radharani, now became completely black in color because he had taken the sins of Jagai and Madhai, and then he again became golden in complexion. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave both of them the instruction. From this day onwards, always chant the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Don't criticize anyone. Don't set houses on fire. Don't cheat. Don't do any of the bad activities. Simply take shelter of Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Jagai and Madhai, I promise you, you will get Krishna in this lifetime. In Jagai and Madhai, they take it seriously. We always criticize Jagai and Madhai. That, oh, Jagai and Madhai, they did this. But after that, the next chapter of Chaitanya Bhagavat, Vrindavan Das Thakur explains, from that day onwards, Jagai was renamed to Jagadananda. Madhai was renamed to Madhavananda. And from that day, every day they chanted 128 rounds of Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So we criticize Jagai and Madhai. But the afterlife or the transformation is worthy to be noted. It is almost many more times of what chanting we do. 16 multiplied by so many times is 128. And they would do 128 every single day. And Jagai becomes Jagadananda, Madhai becomes Madhavananda, and both get Krishna. So it is very hope-giving, dear devotees. Whatever our past is, whoever we have been before Krishna consciousness, even if today we are not serious, we can take this oath that from now on, if I am serious, Mahaprabhu will shower mercy. Nityananda Prabhu will shower mercy. It is never late. Till the time the body doesn't drop dead, we still have time. It is never late. It is never late to start. It is never late to become serious in Krishna consciousness. It just takes one moment to get Krishna. Katwanga Maharaj, when he asked the Supreme Lord, when he asked the demigods how much time he has, they said, you have one muhurta, which is few minutes, 48 minutes. And in that 48 minutes, he meditated and he got the Supreme Lord. So if someone is sincere, 48 minutes is enough to get Krishna. Nityananda Prabhu and Mahaprabhu are looking for the sincerity of the heart. Srila Radhanand Maharaj says in one class, he was saying, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu smells the fragrance of the heart. He smells the fragrance of the heart. If the heart is fragrant with bhakti, he accepts. But if the heart is still looking for criticism and anarthas and so many other things, then there is still some time. But we can still be hopeful that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu may invoke the Sudarshan Chakra seeing us, but Nitai will never do it. Nitai is on our side. He will never go against us. Mahaprabhu, it is possible he may pick up Sudarshan, but Nitai will never do it. And that Nitai is coming in our life as Sri Gurudev. That Sri Guru is Nitai Swarup Shakti. Sri Guru can never go against us. Krishna may not accept us, but Guru will put a recommendation. He will beseech that we may or may not be qualified, but if Gurudev is giving a recommendation, Krishna has to accept us. And this is what makes Diksha very glorious. Till the time we are not connected to Adi Guru, Nitai Swarup Shakti as Gurudev, till that time we probably will not get Krishna, because Krishna gives his mercy, showers his mercy through Nitai, through Gurudev. Having said this, I very humbly want to stop here on our discussions of Sri Nityananda Prabhu, only to continue from the point where we left off tomorrow on the day of Sri Nityananda Trayodashi. Thank you all dear devotees for very kindly coming. Kaura Premanande, Hari Hari Bol, Hare Krishna.
His Grace Arjun Sakha Prabhu ki. Prabhu, will you take any questions?
Yes.
Devotees, any questions? Questions, realizations?
No questions. Yeah, tomorrow is the last day.
Prabhuji,
Oh,
one
yes.
question. So you said that if you're Sachidanandan, you don't shed blood. So when Lakshman was hurt and he shed blood, he was actually, he is Sachidanandan. How did he get hurt? And why did that happen in the Ramayana?
Multiple reasons for the fact that if not for that pastime, and if Lakshman would have not been injured the way he demonstrated himself, the world would have never got to know the glories of Hanuman. There was no one absolutely who was even in a position to fly all the way. The Himalayan mountains were somewhere and they were in Lanka. It was not a short distance. It was a very, very long distance that he had to fly both ways to show the world that this is what my devotee can do to protect me. This is point number one. At the same time, we see that when this pastime occurred and when Lakshman came back to consciousness, Indrajit was such a personality. He was Ravana's son. Indrajit was known for his magical powers, tantric, because when he came in front of Ram and Lakshman, he apparently slit the throat of Sita, which was a magical power. Sita Devi was not killed, but to show Ram that, oh, in front of you, I am killing your Sita Devi. And Sri Ram practically broke down crying, because all that he saw was the purpose for which he has come to Lanka is all gone. Sita Devi is gone. What's the purpose of fighting Ravana? Indrajit had this mystical power, magical power, because every day he would go to the Nikumbila caves to do bhajan and he would get this mystic siddhi. So he came to trick Prabhu Sri Ram. Now, can Sri Ram be tricked? No. But Yogamaya Shakti comes at that place and it covers the vision of the Supreme Lord. So the Supreme Lord also acts as a mere mortal. But it was that time Vibhishan becomes very close to Sri Ram. Vibhishan, who is Ravana's brother, he says, my dear Lord, please don't fall for this trap. Please don't fall for this trap. because I have seen that he goes to Nikumbila caves and he does bhajan there to get mystic siddhi. So this, I am sure, is one of the many mystic powers that he has. My dear Lord, don't fall for it. Let us still continue the battle. Because of this person, two things happen. First, Hanuman becomes very, very close to Lakshman and Sri Ram, to the extent Sri Ram says, my dear Hanuman, from this day onwards, I don't just have one brother, I have two brothers. You are also one of my brother. Sri Ram accepts him as one of his brother. At the same time, Vibhishan becomes very, very close to Prabhu Sri Ram, because it was Vibhishan who consoled Prabhu Sri Ram and bought his faith that, my dear Lord, let's continue fighting. Don't give up, because if you give up, Ravan will strike. Indrajit will strike, and that's what they want. They want to get your morale down by showing that Sita Devi is dead. But actually, it was just a magical mystery. So, two things happen through one pastime. Through him faking blood, Hanuman becomes very close to them. And the world understand that this is how much a monkey can do. He didn't even know which, if you say Hanuman, he didn't even know which tree to get. Jambavan tells him, get this tree. He couldn't even comprehend. He gets the whole mountain for Lakshman. Who does it? In one hand, he's flying, in other hand, he gets a whole mountain. He says, my dear Lord, the whole mountain is for you. Whatever you want, you pick. Who does it? When was the last time you saw any devotee do it, leave alone a monkey? No one does it. No one does it. He flew all the way and came back with that mountain. So he became close to Lakshman and Sri Ram, and Vibhishan also became very close because of this. So whenever the Lord orchestrates or performs any pastime, there is a reason behind it. Otherwise, if you say Lakshman is Balaram, he doesn't, if he can kill Romarjan with a grass, he can kill Lakshman with one slap. He doesn't have to fake any of these things. But whenever he performs any pastime, there is a Siddhantic understanding behind it. So in that way. Hare Krishna.
Yes, sir. Same subject. Krishna gets hurt one time. Draupadi gives a puts the panty. How do we understand?
Same understanding, we say that the Lord, now we just take this point ahead. Is the Lord actually hungry? No, hunger is a part of material world. And even if he is hungry, can we give something better than Mother Yashoda? Mother Yashoda can prepare way better than this. So what is the guarantee he is going to take our offering? And why should we even offer? The understanding is, my dear Lord, there is nothing I can do, but this is a small service. I know you don't have a requirement, but this is what I can do. Please accept this. Similarly, the Lord gets hurt only to show that this is an opportunity to allow his devotee to serve him. Otherwise, the Lord is self-sufficient. He doesn't want anything from anyone. He is Atma Ram, Atma Ramascha Manuyo. He is self-sufficient. He doesn't want anything from anyone. No one can give him anything. But if that is how the Lord goes, then devotees cannot serve him at all. Our morale will go down thinking he has everything, what will I give? But now we know, oh, the Lord wants a temple. The Lord wants prasadam. I have to cut vegetables. He is ready to come down to accept our service. Similarly for, in the Mahabharata, he shows that, oh, I've got hurt and I want a sari. Otherwise, he is a personality. If he can pick a wheel with one hand, what is one hurt for him? If he can smash Aghasur, Bakasur, Putana, etc. to death, what is one paper cut for him? Nothing. But to give a service to his devotee, the Lord accepts that. Yes, Mataji.
You said that the sadhu was not Lakshmipati Tirtha. So is Lakshmipati Tirtha Nityananda Prabhu's guru?
Good question. I forgot to say this. Thank you, Mataji, for reminding. So now there are two understandings here. In Narahari Chakravarti's book, Bhakti Ratnakar, Nityananda Prabhu's guru has been given as Lakshmipati Tirtha. But in a book called as Prameya Ratnavali, Nityananda Prabhu's guru has been given as Madhavendra Puri. And now we often take it as Madhavendra Puri. But here is a transcendental difference of opinion that is seen. Narahari Chakravarti, who's so great, he says Nitai's guru is Lakshmipati Tirtha. But book called as Prameya Ratnavali says Madhavendra Puri is the guru. And Prabhupada would often take it as Madhavendra Puri. So we just follow that. But a difference of opinion has been seen.
And there's also one pastime that in Pandharpur, Nityananda meets Vishwarup, that's bona fide, or he merges with Vishwarup.
I have heard this, but I haven't found a Shastric reference for this. Prabhupada doesn't comment about it in Chaitanya Charitamrita, nor have I seen it in Chaitanya Bhagavad. The Varkaris say it in Maharashtra. The Varkaris also say, Varkaris are the followers of Vitthal in Maharashtra, Pandharpur. So there are two understandings. They say, so one understanding, the Gaudiya understanding is Nityananda Prabhu left this world by entering into Bankim Rai. Mahaprabhu entered Tota Gopinath and Nitai entered Bankim Rai and left. The Varkaris say Nityananda Prabhu jumped into Chandrabhaga and left this world. Chandrabhaga is in Pandharpur. Our Pandharpur ISKCON temple is on the bank of Chandrabhaga, Lokanath Maharaj. So the Varkaris say Nitai came here and Nitai came to Pandharpur. Mahaprabhu also came to Pandharpur, but they say that Nitai jumped into Chandrabhaga and never came out. So that's a Varkari understanding. The Gaudiya understanding is Nitai entered Bankim Rai, but meeting with Vishwarup and merging, meeting is there, but merging I have not heard. Because if you see in ISKCON Pandharpur also, you will find the lotus feet of Mahaprabhu, you will find the lotus feet of Vishwarup, and you will find the lotus feet of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Prabhu and Vishwarup. So 3 lotus feet you will find in the temple itself. When you do parikrama, these 3 lotus feet you will find. So they have met in Pandharpur, that is there. But the merging, that reference I have not come, and I have never heard Prabhupada say that. So I think it's just a colloquial thing that has come up. Bhagavatam 12:50. Tadaiva Ramyam Ruchiram Navam Naman 12:50. 12:50 na? Done? Time up?
I'll give a quick thank you.
Hare.
So, Prabhu, you started with pastimes are ever fresh. And today, hearing all the pastimes, it was so fresh. Even though some of them we heard it before, but it was like, okay, what's going to happen next? So, you were amazing with all Ramayana pastimes, Krishna Balram pastimes, Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Prabhu's pastimes. Amazing, very, very beautiful. Thank you, Prabhu. And I'll just quickly say a few 3 points, key points. So you highlighted benefit of associating with sadhu. One will surely get uplifted by telling us the story of Shripad Narad Muni, how that person associated. And beautifully, you said different examples, how every time the daily life, whatever we see, the actions, how we can spiritualize it, the practical applications of Shastras.
Yeah, next time you go to Costco, Trader Joe's, let us not forget the opening. Vasudeva Maharaj, GAP, Govindamadi Purusham. Because we go to these stores, so we can get into the habit of remembering Krishna.
Yeah,
KC, Kansas City, Krishna conscious. Dubai. Whenever we go to India, we transit Gulf, Dubai, Do Bhai, Krishna Balaram ki jai.
Prabhu, I was just reminded that devotees are following you. Today, nobody's phone rang. I was seeing if we can get someone. And
They're afraid of their $250.
I actually silenced. I have 2 phones. I silenced both of them. So then beautifully you narrated Jagai Madai pastime. And where the key point in most of these pastimes was how Shri Guru should not be disrespected, should be respected. Should be respected.
You said it.
Yes. Yeah, I think I had 2 negatives. Yeah.
2 negatives, yeah.
Yeah, 2 negatives. How Shri Guru should be respected. If not, everything will be destroyed. So we cannot get Krishna without respecting Guru. And the only way we can do that is getting associated with the Sampradaya. And that's the key point of the initiation. So wonderful class, Prabhu. We are so grateful that you are here. And didn't realize how fast the time went. We can just hear you all day long. But really, thank you, Prabhu. And devotees, I totally understand it's Tuesday, it's very hard, but it's so heartwarming to see all of you all come. this evening. Thank you all so much. We will see you all tomorrow. So tomorrow is a very, very auspicious day, Sri Nityananda Trayodashi. The program starts at 5:30. So today it was 6, but tomorrow it's 30 minutes earlier. So Kimberly will do the bhajans and kirtan, and Arjun Sakha Prabhu will be doing the Gaura Aarti singing. And you know how amazing Prabhu is. We don't want to miss the Aarti, especially tomorrow being the auspicious day, followed by class from Prabhu. With that, we conclude the program today. Please invite your friends. It's going to be amazing tomorrow. Even like the way Prabhu said, right? Even a little bit of association can change. You never know whose life it can change. So please encourage all of you all to come tomorrow. With that, we conclude. Hare Krishna.
Nityananda Rama ki